In August 2019, construction began on a new SFPD facility at 1995 Evans Avenue in the Bayview. The building will house both the traffic company, or motorcycle police, and the department's forensic services division. Both SFPD groups are currently located in aging buildings that need to be vacated, and they will jointly occupy the new $183 million facility that's due to be completed in late 2021.
Elements of the CSI and the traffic company are housed at the Hall of Justice, which has been determined to be seismically unfit and is slated for demolition. In addition to that, the Forensic Services Division Crime Lab is located at the Hunters Point Shipyard, and that building is also slated for demolition. And so it made sense to put these elements that are currently spread in different parts of the city together into a new facility.
So the project is located in the Bayview area, and it's in an area that's near Islas Creek. And when San Francisco was first being formed and street grids were being built, that actually was part of the bay. So we had to get onto the site, move the building as close to the edge as possible where there were bedrock and more solid elements, drive piles down onto the site to make sure the building was stable and secure.
The building will be approximately 100,000 square feet. That includes about 8,000 square feet for a traffic company, a parking garage.
The reason why we need a new building is because this building is inadequate for our current staffing needs and also our motor department. The officers here need more room, they need secured parking.
So the CSI unit its location is at the Hall of Justice, and the crime laboratory is located out here at Building 606 on the old Hunters Point Naval Shipyard. Not being co-located with CSI and crime laboratory just doesn't allow for an easy exchange of information and collaboration to occur.
The traffic division was started back in 1909, and at that time they were motor officers, but they used sidecars. Officers who rode by themselves without the sidecar were called solos, hence the name solo has come to be kind of a common term for the San Francisco motorcycle officers. We have about 45 officers that are assigned to the motorcycles. So all the parking at the new facility will be in one location. So our current locker room is shared among other officers in the building. It's not assigned to just traffic company. There's 2 showers downstairs and there's 2 showers up in the gym. Both the gym and the showers are old. There's plumbing issues, on occasion, and it's just an old building. It needs constant maintenance.
Forensic Services provides about 5 major types of forensic testing. We perform fingerprint processing, which is the development of fingerprints on substances, as well as the comparison of any fingerprints developed. There are the firearms identification unit, which is dealing with projectiles, whether they be bullets or cartridge casings from shootings. DNA unit is looking at a whole array of different types of evidence, from armed robberies where clothing may be discarded and could have trace amounts of DNA on it, to sexual assaults, to homicides. We're also in the business of doing breath ELISA analysis for DUI cases in San Francisco. We're also resurrecting the chemical analysis unit. It's where we would actually be testing controlled substances, and then gunshot residue testing, where we're actually looking for the presence of gunshot residue.
The expected lifespan of the building is 50 years. That was established due to the sea level rise analysis.
The building has been raised up high enough that if the bay starts to rise, that building still will be able to operate. So the facility is very sustainable. It's a LEED Gold, which is one of the highest levels that you can get. All the lighting in the project is all LED. Gives them good light source, but it also reduces the energy use on the project way down. Water throughout the project, we have low water use facilities. Any gardens that are outside, same thing, low water use for that. Other things, we have our green roofs on the project. And then we did lots of studies on the overall workspaces to make sure that we got the maximum amount of daylight to bring it into the building.
So the new facility is not going to be open to the public. There will be a lobby. The design is to have a deconstructed motorcycle and have the parts placed around, kind of like an installation art piece.
The DNA labs are going to have bio vestibules, so when you walk from the main corridor, before you go into that space, you actually make sure that the air is clean, the people are coming in there, and that you're not contaminating anything in the DNA labs.
With test firing firearms within a building, you are generating, lead and other chemicals, and we want to be able to quickly, remove that from the occupants, from the individuals who are working in that environment, but also ensuring that what we're putting out in the air is not toxic either. So there's scrubbers and that sort of thing on the air to ensure that any air coming out of this building is also at the cleanest standards.
So you'll see that kind of the site, instead of one big building, it's got almost 3 buildings that sit on that site. One's for the motorcycle parking, the main building, and then back behind that is a smaller, longer building, and that's for evidence vehicles. So there's a crime scene, they're brought onto the site and they're actually put into the secure facility that locks those cars down while they're being examined.
They could be vehicles involved in a shooting, so there might be projectiles that have lodged in the vehicle somewhere. There might be cartridge casings themselves inside the vehicle. It could be a vehicle where a aggravated sexual assault had occurred, and there might be biological evidence contained within that vehicle, fingerprints, even recovered merchandise from potential robbery or other things.
The greatest challenge that we're facing on this project is simply meeting the scope requirements of the project given the superheated construction market that we've been facing for the past several years. And I'm proud to say that we're going to be delivering a project where we have not shed any functional scope of the project, and we're currently on budget.
The front plaza of the building, right on that corner of Evans and Toland, will be inviting to the public. It's something that really gives back to the public as the building sits back off of that edge, which also helps the building to be protected.
What we're looking for mostly is a new updated building with a modern infrastructure, facilities that will meet our unit's needs.
Working with the San Francisco Police Department on this project has really been an honor and a privilege. And what I'm looking most forward to is seeing their faces as these police officers move into this new facility.
It's a welcome change. It's a new surrounding that is free from all of the challenges that we face with being remote, and then the ability to offer new services and expanded services to the city and to the Police Department Investigations Unit.
I can't wait until fall of 2021 when the building is finally ready to go and be occupied and all these people can come together and really get into a facility that can serve them and serve the community.